Sissy of Chrissy and Sissy, and you're watching the first ever Sissy Sidebar. Yes, Chrissy and Sissy are still together, but during this whole entire month, you get to see us venture out into our little different ministries. Sissy Sidebar is where I, as a teacher, as a dance coach, as a student, somebody who's under 30, can just give advice and talk about different topics that I feel that will help you all in your different youth ministries and different talks. This first video is, I thought, what should be the first video? I thought about teens, I thought about other little things to talk about, but I was like, class of 2020. So this message is for the class of 2020. I am too a part of the class of 2020. I just want to, say congratulations to everyone, whether you received your doctorate, whether you received your diploma, whether you received a degree, your first ever bachelor's degree or your associate's degree, congratulations. However, this video is targeted towards those who have just finished up their K-12 education. In this video, I just want to give some tips since I worked with the dancers. I see many dancers graduate, get promoted. And so just giving, this young generation some sound advice. So I have 5 things for you all today that I thought may be helpful. You coming out of high school, whether you're going to a 4-year institution, a 2-year institution, whether you're going to the military, whether you're going to do a trade, something. So I am very excited about the things that I'm going to share because it really just laid on my heart. Number 1, networking. Networking sounds like a really old type word. It really doesn't. Networking is just basically getting yourself out there, getting yourself known. You are 18 years old. You are Googleable. Does that make sense? Googleable? Yes, people can Google you now and actually find out things about you. Before they could get, if you were an athlete, they could see your stats. But now people are able to see your Facebook, your Instagram. I know you guys can hide out there with, TikTok and Snapchat, but you guys are Googleable now. So create your brand. I myself created a brand a little bit later on in life, like in college, but I said, I need a brand. Chrissy and Sissy is a brand, but I also have another brand. All my social media handles are something that's professional. Now, I'm not saying grow up really fast because that's another tip later. I'm just saying make sure what you're presenting out there is, presentable. Make sure what you are just showing the world that it is a valid representation of yourself. I'm not saying don't have fun, have careful fun, but this is a representation of yourself. So get out there and network. Let me give this advice about being in circles. Be around the people that you want to be. I wanted to be an educator, so I hung around my mentor when I mean educator, I'm not just saying a teacher, but working in education. So, if you aspire to be a doctor, see if a doctor needs help. Just get to know people, introduce yourself. You never know who you are meeting. So networking is very, very important. Have a statement for yourself. When you present yourself, people should remember you. Hi, hello, how are you? I am, and then state your name. In college, one thing we learned was to have a statement when people are ready. When you're on interviews and people ask you, who are you? What do you have to bring to the table? Always have an opening statement. So have an opening statement to you for any situation, any occasion. Sorry, you guys, it seemed like I'm moving fast, but it's so much information and I just don't want to ramble on. So if there are some things that, you want to hear about, just go ahead and drop them in the comments. Point 2 is that you're about to make friends. I used to be very shy in trying to make friends. You guys are leaving, or some of you all virtually may be leaving home. Get to know new people. Sometimes your friendships in high school were just that. They were in high school. I only have one person from high school that I still talk to, because even though I moved like 20 minutes away from my hometown, I had a different circle of people, a different circle of friends. I wasn't going home every weekend, so I can see people at, the Walmart, or I can see people at restaurants. They were kind of like out of sight, out of mind. Eventually they became out of mind, but you're about to make new friends. Don't shy away from meeting new friends. If I would have been so close-minded and just to myself, I would have never met my best friend today because we were college roommates. If I was so closed-minded and kept to myself, I would have never met my best friend when I was just at church. So you never know who you're going to meet. When you're visiting people at these other services, you never know who your mentors are going to be. You know, you're making new friends. Of course, you're going to still be networking, but you're making new friends. So don't be afraid to make new friends. Point 3. So in making new friends, I kind of alluded to it in the last point, but don't be afraid to let go. Some people are not headed where you want to go. So leave those people part where they are. Not trying to preach at you all. I'm not saying, just give away your friends. I learned from one of my sorority sisters, it is expected for me to grow. I was Jamee's 18 years old. I love that picture right there. I was 18 years old. I have grown so much in the past 8 years. It is unthinkable. But that girl was great. But that girl could not do the things that I'm doing now. I had to grow. That girl who had a boyfriend back then, who had her different friends, were not conducive to where she was trying to go. I'm not going to get into a personal testimony of mine, but I've had physically somebody trying to hold me down, and very, very dangerous at just making sure that they still knew what I was doing, still trying to keep tabs on me, and that was just not good. I had to physically let that person go. I had to cut all ties. Now, I'm not saying that not just let people go. I think of one of my friends now. We were best friends from the 8th grade all the way up into high school. We ate out, did all this type of stuff between that summer of us going into our freshman year of college, but we just slowly over time just drifted apart. But if I see that person, I'm going to speak. Matter of fact, when they put on Facebook they were doing Christmas cards, I liked it and said, hey, send me a Christmas card. And then my mom got to see, oh, look how she's doing. She's doing great. And I'm like, yes, I'm supporting her. We're not best friends like we were, but think about if I was still trying to make a relationship work. The friendship just took its course. But on the flip side, negative side, some people are not going where you all want to go. You want to be in those circles of people they're going to the military. They're getting a 2-year degree, a 4-year degree. They're doing something with their life. They're getting a trade. Those are the people that you want in your circle. So point 4, I feel like these points may be all over the place, but they're good topics for deeper discussions, because point 4, we talked about just your networking, your friendships and stuff, but point 4 is to save now, credit later. You're 18 years old. I'm sure some of you all have been introduced to Sally Mae. Some of you all know who FAFSA is. FAFSA is, that's through the government, but Sally Mae, I haven't met her yet. Can somebody No, I don't want y'all to introduce me to her. But because your name is out there, Wells Fargo, Compass, give me some other names, Citibank, all those credit cards companies are out there and they're waiting to prey on you. They're saying, oh, get this credit card with 0% interest APR. Young people in class of 2020, don't get a credit card if you cannot afford it. If you're only bringing in $1,000 a week, that's even if some of you all are working. If you're bringing in $1,000 a week, then I say, yeah, get you a credit card of maybe $500. I wouldn't even get a credit card because when I first got my credit card when I was 23 after I graduated from college, they said the lowest amount I could have gotten was $1,000. But by that time, I was making a 5-figure salary. I was a teacher. It was expected of me. But even if you're in college, that refund check does not count. That $2,000 that they give you does not count. That's just one time over so many months. Don't get a credit card. I'm advising you, don't do it. Save now. Save that graduation money, okay? Save that money that, your grandma, your auntie, or whomever may just say, bless you, and just keep on going. Save, more importantly, tithe that money, give it back to the church. Tithe is 10%. If you want to spend something, give 10% to yourself. So if you get $20, put $2 back for you. Tithe the 2, give yourself 2, save the rest. That $2 may buy a candy bar. You'll be surprised. So save now, credit later. Because when you're ready to get the big boys type of things, these Jordans and these designer jeans and all that stuff is cute now. But what will you have to show for it later? Save now, so that way when the time actually comes, you can purchase that nice car. Because even if you purchase it with your refund check money, you still owe the government your car. If you think about it, oh, I got $3,000, I'm gonna put $1,500 down on the car. You still owe the government $1,500. When if you just save the money, you don't owe anybody nothing but that bill, company or whatever. And plus, you could be like other people and save your money and then buy a house. You will have enough to have an apartment. And people may look at me and say, oh, you're doing well for yourself. But if I would have just known this a little bit earlier, just the more you save for a rainy day. Because now I'm saving for a rainy day. So my budget allows me to only do certain things when I may want to do, some other things. And it's like, okay, well, if I just thought about it, if I would have had my rainy day fund already saved up, I could probably do more stuff. Even though I'm still blessed, I'm enjoying it, but I want you all, even if just one person receives this and go, you know what, I'm gonna just save my money. Just save it. And this is a tip within a tip. If you're banking with a bank right now, put your savings. I have what I call an immediate savings and a long-term savings, my rainy day fund. I don't know if any financial people will agree with me on this, but I have my savings in a different bank account. So if I have to even try to get money, I have to actually physically go up to the bank. I did not get a credit card, a debit card with it. So I have to physically go up to the bank and withdraw money if I need it. So the only time I'm going up there is when it's something very, very, very important, because that's my rainy day fund. But if you have a savings, if you bank in Wells Fargo and your savings is at Wells Fargo, it's not hard for you to go on your phone and go on that app and just keep borrowing money from your savings account. That's why I have an immediate savings. So just for little things like, oh, I want to get my hair done. My hair is going to cost me $125. I'm just saying, maybe I'm getting crochets or something like that. I'm not about to go to my savings account. I go to my immediate savings and I pay myself. I save in that savings, but in my immediate savings, I put $5 or $10. When I just get extra money, put it in there, and then I turn up, I have $500 to spend for if I have to buy or get a hotel room for the night, or, when it gets, I'm a teacher, so we don't get paid in January. We don't get paid until the end of January. And the last payment we had was like December the 19th. So that's a month and a half of not getting paid. And it's like, okay, I could go into that savings. So yes, save now, credit later. And the last one, don't be in a rush. Some of you all have waited your entire life to be 18 and you feel like, I've made it, I'm grown. But look, in the eyes of some people, even like myself, you're still considered a child, you're young-minded. Some of you all that are going into school, enjoy this time, because it's like a milking area for some of you all, meaning that, hey, you're going to be able to stay on a college campus, and you'll be guaranteed a place to sleep and a place to eat, for that year, that semester. So enjoy this time. You're not 21 yet, if you catch my drift. And one thing I will say about Generation Z is that a lot of things that were illegal when I was young are basically legal now. So it's like, what are you trying to rush to get to? You don't want to end up being my age and then you don't look like your age. I know some people who are in their 20s and they look rough. You don't want to, let me just be honest, party so hard and then you lose that nice 18-year-old body. It's so many things, young people, that can happen. You get into those activities and you end up getting depressed, and then you end up maybe overeating. It's so much stuff you can get into, and it can affect your health on down the road. So just don't be in a rush. Enjoy this time. Enjoy the degree that you are seeking right now. I can't tell the military people to enjoy it, but learn from what you're doing now, and then you'll be able to take your rest and moment later. But stay focused in your different areas. This is only the beginning. And one of my biggest sayings is, what you do today will affect tomorrow. So think carefully about, what you're doing. Who are you networking with? Who are your new friends, or who are your friends? Because they may be your lifelong friends. What people I need to let go out of my circle, or I need to let them just drift away. Save now, save your money, save your time, credit later. You can't just be giving yourself to everybody. You can't be just spending your money to everybody. You want to look back and see, What do I have to show for it? All right, and lastly, don't be in such a rush just to grow up. I know you've been hearing that all through high school, but just take your time. All right, I hope you guys have enjoyed this Sissy sidebar. Parents, aunties, uncles, grandmas, show the little ones that are in your life that are 18 years old, maybe even the ones that are 14 that are going to high school. I plan on doing more talks like this to share with not only the teens at my church, but also teens at your church. Just these are conversations that we need to be having all the time with them. They need to be knowledgeable and know what's going on and know what the world is basically about to introduce them to. So this is very crucial and very important. The word of God still remains and is important. It is life for us. It is bread to us. So we need to continue to, whatever path you're on, still seek God, and all the things shall be added to you. Hope you enjoyed this Sissy sidebar, and see you next time.